hard choices. Divine Masculine has been forced to make hard choices, but what stands out to them is that in spite of the fact that there's already enough of a challenge ahead of them, they don't mind that you are a little bit of a challenge. And it's interesting because they've been running away from any discomfort. So to want you, every part of you, even the parts that might not be as easy for them as the favorite parts of you, it's a big deal for them. I know what I'm doing. I know I have to make hard choices. I'm weighing and measuring. I'm paying attention. I'm thinking about everything from every angle because I've got plans. Look what continues to come up. Okay. Okay. Chaos, the tower. There is a lot more to the story. And there isn't one person in the world that Divine Masculine wants more than you. They have been in what feels like eternal solitude, stuck in a box. In some cases, someone else made it, but no, it seems like they might have done this to themselves. What are we missing? The wish. What is the wish? The wish is that the plans could finally come to fruition, that there could finally be some force greater than them, because obviously they can't really make it happen on their own. They keep trying and it's not working. If something could come and grant them the power, or even just a miracle, whatever, they're starting to realize that more than ever, all they want is that feeling of love and peace. And you're it. Yeah. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow has always been you. But now, maybe they see the gold and they know one day that'll run out. Maybe they see the pot and they think, I think that's the better value. A pot strong enough to carry gold. That might be some not stainless, what is it called? Cast iron. That thing will last forever. I can cook a lot of stuff in there. I can feed my whole family with that. There's people who start to shift perspectives when they leave behind an old way of thinking. That kind of, we call it a paradigm shift. It's something that's happening all around them. And though the gold might still be important, looking and realizing, there's something about this that stands out to me. I think that is the most important part. That's what the solitude has been all about. Wow. Okay. All right. Here. So what's the message here? What do we misunderstand, Divine Masculine? You saw my behaviors and the way that I cope and handle life. And you thought that I didn't care. You saw me run away, walk away, avoid things, and you thought that I was happy to do it. But I wasn't. I wasn't happy to do it. In fact, this is something that I've been trying to change about myself and my life for a long time, and the way that I can come across. And being misunderstood by other people is so common that I didn't expect that I would feel the way I did when you misunderstood me. Because the more I thought about it, the more I realized how much I just passionately, intensely appreciate the way you understand me. So I don't want you to think that the way I handled things was, in my eyes, my shining hour or anything like that. But I also wish that you wouldn't hold it against me. Because I don't know how to convince you that the stupid things that I did that got put on blast, things that I feel like a lucky person would get away with, not even trying to be bad, but even just, you know, that moment where you trip up in front of somebody, and if only that moment had been in a quiet park instead of a packed one. I feel like I'm under the microscope all the time. But I wish that I wasn't known for that part of myself. Especially if what I really felt and what I really meant was so different from what was perceived. I need help. I need help only my Empress can give. I need help that will meet a need in me that only you could even begin to understand, let alone tap in and reach and provide it on like a pure level. No, there isn't anyone else. There is no one that can match you. Whoa. Chaos, the Tower, the Hierophant, the Moon. Sheesh. There is something about this part of my life that feels like a mystery that needs to be solved. And you have this gift of seeing through illusions. This gift of helping me get further than I could have gotten on my own. Just from a knowing. And I'm starting to wonder if I have that. Maybe not to the extent of you, but I feel like I knew you when I met you. When I came in contact with your energy, it changed my life. But I've had that kind of knowing before, and I saw it as being able to read people. I've never had that kind of connection. I feel like there's a part of myself that I've never paid attention to, or I always wrote it off or chalked it up as coincidence or something. And you make flowing in that look so effortless. I don't know how, I don't even know where to begin. And I feel like it's a really important part of what I need to do next. I need you to understand that I don't just miss you, or I don't want to just see you for the sake of seeing you. I feel like you hold the keys to what comes next for me. Unblock me. We're connected, and I can't ignore that anymore. And I know that I haven't done what I was supposed to do and given you really the respect that you deserved. I don't deserve another moment of your time, if you ask me. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't want you to be treated that way. It's a shame for me to think that now. But at the same time, I feel like there's got to be a way that I can make up for it. And I can't make up for it if I can't connect. I can't apologize if I can't get through. And sometimes I feel like you don't even know you've blocked me. You don't even know that you have put a barrier between us. Maybe you did it and you didn't even realize because you were moving in that knowing, in that spirit. Maybe you thought it and forgot how powerful you are. I don't know. But sometimes I feel disconnected from you when I want to be connected to you. And I can't explain it. It's like I know how to do that. I know how to just tap in and hear you. And in those moments where it's challenging or even feels like it's not possible, like there's an emptiness or a void, it's like I can feel like you're mad at me or something. I feel like I know you in ways that I shouldn't know you. But I wish I understood you like you understand me. It's like you understand the way that I love and the way that I operate better than I do. And you understand why I am the way I am, which nobody gets. I feel like I walk through my life and everybody's always trying to talk me down. There are things about you that I feel like I shouldn't know, but I do. But there's so much that I cannot even begin to... I just can't fathom it. I don't know what this is. But I feel like you know me. I feel like that's the only chance I have. That you know my heart and you know how hard it is for me. And I don't even mean in my pride, because to be honest, there have been some moments where I didn't even have any pride left. I mean, it's hard for me because I don't know how. I don't know, and I'm really scared of messing this up. I'm so afraid of making any mistakes right now, especially where you're concerned. I feel like everything is really fragile. I have all these things that I know, but I can't seem to connect the dots. The why. Who, what, when, where, why, how does it all make sense together? And I feel like without that, I'm going to keep questioning everything. And until I get my answers, I'm just going to have to keep asking. And whether that's an answer from the universe or an answer from your lips, I'm going to get an answer. And I hope that it's more than just whether or not you want to be with me. I hope that you can unlock this. It feels like this cryptic message that I need your help. And I need to be able to come in and offer you the one thing that I have, the only thing that I have. I think it could be really valuable. I think it could be special. But I never ever thought it would see the light of day. All I can do is keep wishing, right? I've never told anyone this, shown anyone this, and you're the only one I ever will, because what I want to do isn't normal, and yet I'm sure about it. What I want to be isn't what anyone else would say, and not for the reasons I feel, but I think I'm onto something, okay? And I feel like I can finally see at least one connection. Me and you, and this thing, we belong together. We work. And I'm sorry that as I figured all this out and acted like I didn't see anything and I didn't feel anything and I didn't notice the peace and the understanding and how big it was, and I tried to downplay everything because downplaying it helped me avoid feeling the pressure. If I could keep my head in the clouds and act like I didn't see what was happening in front of us, that allowed me to live in the past and the present and the future all at the same time. I'm not like that anymore. I'm all too aware of where I stand now. But I'm sorry because all you tried to do was nurture me. And I saw somehow that it was the right thing to deceive you and myself, knowing how it would make us feel. Knowing what it would do to us. Knowing what it would take from us. But this was just kind of my process. It was about creating a sense of fairness in this life. That's always been a part of the hard decisions I've had to make. How do I live in a world that makes me feel like I'm not enough and I'll never be enough and I don't deserve anything? Knowing that I have something going on in me that makes me different. I don't know, it just made me so mad for so long. I never even dreamed of what it could be otherwise. I felt like I would never get to be what I wanted to be. And I was so determined. But now, I don't know if I look at life in a sense of fair or unfair anymore. I don't think I have the mind to think that way anymore. I feel like life is what you make it. Because I can account for every wrong thing I've done to lead me to where I am. I know I do not deserve to be let in after who I was. But you knew this me was coming. How can I ignore that? How can I ignore that you knew who I would become before I ever even thought I could get 5% of the way there? Let alone just feel like this is me now. To be sure that I know nothing and I have nothing, and yet, with what I can see, I have everything. Why would I become this person just to not be who this person is? And I feel like this person is yours. This person is a person you knew was coming. You saw all along. You knew. It didn't matter what I was like. It didn't matter what I believed. You knew that this love you had for me was so strong that it was going to help me see one way or the other. And that I would never be able to let you go. Not truly. So now, what I want and need most is to feel what it feels like to be this me with you. Because if you could do what you did for me then in that state, I just don't even know, like, I've been trying to figure out how to be worthy of you this whole time, and it was right there. I've been so tired and I've been so lonely, and all along you knew, you had the confidence to know who I would be. You knew that one day I would reach this peak, this pinnacle. And the thing is, I haven't even achieved anything at this point, but I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. I feel like I evolved from a person who didn't deserve anything to a person who understands transformation and love. A person whose memories have done almost like a healing in me and taken away this constant pain. This is why I want you. Because if I could feel what I feel for you, knowing that I pushed you away and I avoided all of this out of fear and false focus, what would happen if I just gave my all in this and let you satisfy me? I would come out of this state of trying to get on my feet, and I would be able to do things I'd never done before. All the things I thought I needed in order to be with you. I feel like it's time for my wishes to come true. And what you seem to have forgotten is that my wish has always been about me and you. And now I find myself going back and forth between being ready, almost urgently waiting, impatiently pushing, and needing you so bad that I feel my old nature creeping in. And I know what my old nature brings. My old nature brings chaos. But I can't keep ignoring this feeling, this call that I have to get up and do something, to push out of this darkness and this period of karmic transformation into the time of my life. A season that will change everything. Pleasures untold. Companionship, peace, a shoulder to lean on and cry on. And no longer having to deny like everything that I am, everything that I care about, everything that I really want. Something has to change. I want to believe that our next step is that we can be together. And I'm looking everywhere to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I hope you're ready. I hope I'm right. That's what matters. Is that when I get there, you're ready. That's it. We'll figure it out together.